being better when I'm 70.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Beam. If you're able to be in this video today, please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell to get alerted when new videos come out. I'm finna show y'all how to possess a different level of greatness in this haircut. Without further ado, let's lock in and let's get it. So to kick this video off, I want to go in by combing the client hair or picking the client hair to basically lift the hair pattern. I want to ensure that the hair is completely lifted off of the head before going into cutting any of the hair down to the natural desired length. Picking the beard out, extending the beard, and just getting it ready for greatness. My next step is to go in with a number 2 guard, and I want to ensure that I'm creating and doing nice clean strokes passing through the hair to ensure that the hair gets down to that one desired length. One thing that we know about anybody that want to keep their hair dark is you got to make sure you pass through it correctly and nothing but correctly. As you guys can tell, my client hair isn't really clean like that. It's just looking like it needs to be clean. So after this step of actually cutting his hair, I decided to wash his hair. I wanted to make sure that this came out super clean because you'll see at the end of the video when I explain it, but I definitely didn't care about recording this video. Now, this client usually has some of the deepest waves I've ever seen, and he wasn't on this game today at all. So my next step after blow drying the hair from washing it, I'm gonna go in using my Babyliss FX Skeletals, creating a rainbow-like shape at the bottom of the temple area, opening up a panel area for me to start to fade. My next step is completely open using my Gamma Mythics, giving myself about a half of a guideline inch to basically create room to start my transition. The next step is to drop them halfway, and it's to fade in between and start to basically work at this transition, not overly working myself and not fully closed, just to ensure that that transition will be there. Brushing one, fading one, and just using them 2 teeth, staying on the corner of that blade. My next step is a number 1 halfway, and I basically want to use this number 1 to debulk more before I go into it with my 1/16 and really start to bring this taper area together. My next step is completely closed using my 1/16. It's hitting the bottom of that taper. And then I took it off closed and went completely open using that same clipper. And just using the 2 teeth just to create the blend. Put the 1/16 back on. It's halfway open now. Getting up under the hair, back off, using it open. Clean. Super clean. As you guys see the transition and coming together, I'm just taking my time, staying on the corner 2 teeth of that blade and making sure that everything is coming together. It's looking really, really good. Big shout out to my boy Deontay. Big shout out to my dog Germ. They collabed together to do this Earth, Wind, and Fire Reasons beat, and when I tell y'all this is one of the greatest beats that ever was on my channel as an instrumental, I'm losing my mind. This is one of my greatest hits of all time in terms of the R&B category. Easily one of my favorites. So as you guys seen, I went into the beard, I went completely open, and then I'm using my 1/16 guard on this blade as well. And I'm just trying to ensure that I create a transition from the ball area of the taper to the top part of the beard. Still cleaning it up. We're pretty much towards the end of this taper part. Next step is to go in the back, creating a whole 1.5 inch guideline. See that his hair grow all the way down his neck. I want to clear this panel area and open it up to be able to do a nice taper in the back. My next step is to go completely open using my Gamma Mythics, giving myself about a whole inch because I'm looking at the bottom of the taper area and I got wiggle room to really get in here to really stretch this blend out. So that's what you want to focus on. My next step is to go close using my 1/16 and open it up more and more the higher I get in the fade. Keeping everything consistent and just getting my way through this. As you guys can tell, I'm getting more and more transition, brushing one, fading one, locked in. And now completely close, working the bottom of that taper area. Clean, super clean. Staying on them 2 teeth and ensuring that I can bring it all the way together. Now working my way from open all the way to closed in the back. And now you know, the back transition is done that fast. Just staying consistent, following a system, and ensuring that I'm knocking out each guideline one by one. Clean, 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 different. You guys know what I love to do on this side of the head. I just like to tap in with my inner core supporters and tap in with people just, you know, in a real limelight. So a couple years ago on YouTube, I remember I pronounced to y'all, I told y'all my brother had passed and his birthday just recently passed. And, you know, I was able to do okay through majority of everything. A lot of my family moved and they not in Chicago no more. And they used to celebrate his birthday all together. So it used to always have me in a different type of mood. But this has been one of the biggest years that it hasn't bothered me as much. I'm starting to notice my internal growth, but at the same time, I always make sure that I keep him near and dear to me, like he's always a part of everything that I got going on. And it's been the biggest reason why I moved the way that I moved and I stepped the way that I stepped in this barber game. I literally lost a person that helped me value myself in the craft the most. So with that being said, man, keep your loved ones close because people use the quote, tomorrow ain't promised, but neither is today. And I just want y'all to understand, man, your loved ones is all you got. Family is all you got. At the end of it, family is literally all you have. So for everybody out there that's going through something with their family, if it ain't too detrimental, you know, make it work. Have that conversation because it's not worth losing that. So to hop back in my video, I'm going to go in using my M-Spritz, using my spritz to basically lock in everything because y'all know what time it is. It's showtime. And we finna lock all the way in. Shout out to my dog Germ. Shout out to my boy Deontay again for literally creating one of the historical greats, Earth, Wind, and Fire reasons. Shout out to y'all so much, man. This beat is insane. And just to hit 2 different angles of it, Deontay does the reasons part that you hear at the beginning with the consistent reason hidden, and Germ is this right here when you hit a band orchestra. I just love the clash of the best of both worlds. So as you guys can tell, I'm in here using my Nbhd GTXs and I'm basically doing my vertical slants and working my way around the corner of the air. But right here I left at normal speed to show y'all. Look at what Veronica do, bro. Like, with proper adjustments, there's no way that you can fail. These are literally spit and crack. She angles the blades, she sharpen them, modify them, everything for you. And she literally turned a clipper that I completely didn't like at all to a decent clipper. If you don't know her name, please visit the link in my description. The Barberess on Instagram, and she has her store, the Blaze store, and that's accessible as well. But that's insane seeing them hit like that. Nobody trimmers out there, I don't believe not one person got GTXs that's hitting like that. Shout out to Veronica again, literally the greatest clipper modifier out there. And then my next step is to go behind the beard, just ensuring, you know, that I'm able to create a nice clean line. And for a lot of people who couldn't distinguish the difference of beats, this is what Deontay is at. The consistent reasons. It's just knocking. This is crazy hearing this. Like how they put this together is wicked. My next step is to go in using my Nbhd GTX as I'm holding the back of the client hair. I'm ensuring that I'm creating nice prominent lines because I got hitters in my hand. I can't softly tap in lines. Every line matters right now. And usually I do rough drafts. Rough drafts is easy for me to at least bring it all the way together, but because these hit the way that they do, you can't bring hair back. And that's the most important thing during the lineup. You want to ensure that those lines are prominent and those lines are basically branded in the client's head, because you can't bring that hair back once you cut too much into it. My next step is to work myself back from my center point, the middle, and work myself all the way to the right, even lining up the area where it's super light and you don't even see hair. All of this serves a purpose, and that purpose is to show a different level of precision. Insane. Hitting the bottom of the C cups, ensuring that I'm getting a nice clean lineup. They smacking. These trimmers are smacking. Hit my girl Veronica up. If you want something as great as this, hit her up. She different with the trimmers. She do and modify everything. My next step is to go in with my boy Sean Cut's hair color enhancement card, assisting it with my color No Drip, which is a complete 100% waterproof product. And I'm also spraying it from my Beam Team Cordless Compressor XL. And you can get all of these products on Tune45. They are all in stock. Compressors are in stock. Color is in stock. Go to tune45.com and you can access all of these products now. They are in stock. And as you guys can see, I'm possessing a different level of greatness here. I'm using color. I'm cleaning up a lot of the lighter spots in the lineup. I'm possessing a different level of darkness, and I'm bringing a more three-dimensional vibe to this haircut, and I'm gonna double up behind it. I'm gonna use fibers behind that just to take it to another level. Like, I'm already on a fire path. I didn't want to record this haircut. Now it's really time to shape shift. It's time to show y'all why I'm the greatest when it comes to transformation. I don't want nobody to ever believe that I'm cocky. I started cutting hair at 9 years old. I'm 26 now. That's 17 years of experience of literally trial and error. I've messed up so many haircuts in my lifetime. It could have discouraged me from being the individual that I am today. But because I didn't give up, because I stayed consistent, I stayed humble, because I was able to consistently invest in my own education, I'm able to put pain out in the world like this with my craft and be great. Next step is to go in using my Barber Magic Pencil, and I want to ensure that I create contrast and conceal this line. It's the same way that women conceal a line on their eyebrows. They shape their eyebrows, they go behind it, they add any color or fill in to make them darker, and then essentially conceal it, and then start to blend that concealer out, which is what I'm doing with my trimmers right here. I'm blending that concealed line up, and I'm bringing more life to it, more contrast, more of a crispy look. And as you guys can tell, this one nasty, this one's super different, and I'm just really enjoying this haircut. I'm rocking back and forth. I got my music, the commentation crazy, the education always been crazy. Now it's time to really hop in that bag. I angle my razor at a 45-degree angle, stretch the skin, and bring everything back to the highest point connected to the mustache, using that as my reference point for the whole beard. I go behind it and use my whisk, cause y'all know how I know. Perfection take times, and you gotta lap it and do it multiple times to create a different level of perfection. And as you guys could tell, I'm just keeping everything consistent, bringing everything back to its highest point, making sure that I'm using my razor correctly, staying consistent no matter what, and most importantly, using my pain to display a different level of greatness. Different. This haircut is amazing. The line work is gorgeous. The taper and fade work, fire. Different. Now doing a highly skilled technique, backstroking, stretching the skin, and now using my Babyliss FX3s to clean up the bottom of that taper. Now using my Babyliss just to hit the tip of the mustache and then hit the top of it to bring it all the way together. Go back in with my razor and put it all the way back together. Clean. Look at that, bro. Different. My next step is to do the same steps that I did on the other side, using the top of the beard or the bottom of the mustache area, the end point of the mustache, to ensure that I'm creating the beard at its highest point, clearing the panel, going behind it, eventually using the whisk and repeating the same steps to ensure that this beard is completely locked in. And as you guys could tell, when it comes to this beard work, I'm literally next to none. This is some of my favorite thing to do. Beard sculpting is one of my favorite techniques. It's one of the things that I love almost as much as I love is using color and showing you guys different techniques throughout cutting hair. Beard sculpting is literally one of my prized possessions. I think it's one of my most slept on traits that I do have. I think I am nasty with beards when it comes to shaping. Now angling my razor at a 45-degree angle to clear the residue from the hole and spray that isn't dead skin to a lot of people that inquire about that. And now sculpting and shaping the beard to bring it all the way together. Nothing less than fire. And just staying consistent, using the tip of the blade and ensuring that I'm keeping his beard as long as possible, but giving it that round shape, bringing that James Harden out on the beard. And this is crazy, bruh. This man is not even the same guy who sat down in the chair. My dog went 3.5 months to sit down in my chair, man. Lost all his progress, and I wasn't even gonna record it because we had the mindset the last time I seen his waves, we will record this. And I saw it, I'm like, I'm not gonna record it. But after this, like, I thought about it, I'm like, I have to do this. If I don't do this, I'ma hate it, I'ma regret it. Let's just see if I like the video. And look what it wound up coming out to. It's crazy. Don't second guess yourself on nothing, man. If it's your craft, if you out there doing it, stay consistent with it, keep hooping, keep balling, and just keep possessing a different level with greatness. Show these people that you are cut from a different cloth. My objective isn't to get you to like me, but it's to get you to respect me and my craft. Unfortunately, we get clients that come in the shop looking crazy by the head. 3.5 months without a haircut, bro, like losing all your wave progress, and you expect me to shift into that lane. Say less. Without further ado, let's lock in. Hashtag TBT in that comment section. Hashtag glass. Hashtag glacier gang. Y'all know what time it is. It's 2021. It's year of transformations. I had to revisit 2020 and I had to shapeshift and show y'all a different level of greatness that's possessed in myself from the pain that I experienced in life. Stay consistent. Stay humble. Remember, love what you're doing. Have fun with it. And just consistently do your thing, man. You will get better at your craft. If you were able to make it through this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell to get alerted when new videos come out, and may God bless.
All right, bro. Let me know what you think. What's up? Bet. All right, YouTube. It's been like 3 to 4